I want you to think about the most influential person you know, someone whose leadership you genuinely respect. Here is a secret I would like you to know. You see, before that person you admire their leadership ever had the opportunity to lead anyone, before they had a team, before they had the title, before they had the platform, they had to learn to lead themselves first. And that is called self-leadership. Self-leadership is the foundation of every other form of leadership. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what self-leadership is. I will also show you why most people never developed self-leadership. And lastly, I will show you how to build self-leadership starting today. Okay, let's crack on. So what is self-leadership? What is it all about? Is it most people think about leadership as something you do with other people. You know, they think of a leader only as someone who manages a team or runs an organization or commands the room. But leadership starts long before any of that. You know, it starts the moment you wake up each morning. You make decisions, consciously or unconsciously. Self-leadership is the ability to guide your own life with intention and discipline. It is the capacity to make decisions that reflect your values rather than your feelings. It is the capacity to follow through on commitments even when motivation disappears. Self-leadership is the capacity to manage your energy, manage your focus, and manage your time in ways that align with who you are trying to become. Here is a simple way to look at it. Let's look at a person with no self-leadership. You see, a person with no self-leadership is at the mercy of their circumstances and emotions. How they feel determines what they do. When things are good, they perform well. When things are hard, they just fall apart. You see, a person with strong self-leadership is not at the mercy of their circumstances. They set a direction based on their values and their vision, and they move in that direction regardless of how they feel on any given day. That quality, that inner discipline is the foundation of every form of leadership. So self-leadership is built in private long before it is expressed in public. I want to tell you about 5 areas of self-leadership. Let's look at these 5 areas. Self-leadership operates in 5 key areas of your life. And I'm going to walk you through each of them. Number 1, your decisions. Self-leadership means making decisions based on your values and your vision. Not on your mood, not on your fears, or even on other people's opinions. Not at all. It means developing the discipline to pause before reaching, before reacting, to choose deliberately rather than just automatically, just like that, without thinking. Let's look at area number 2, your commitments. Every time you make a promise to yourself and you keep it, you build self-leadership muscle. That's right. Every time you make a promise to yourself and you break it, you erode or undermine that self-leadership. The commitments you make to yourself are the true measure of self-leadership. Area number 3, your emotions. This is not about suppressing your feelings, not at all, or pretending hard things aren't hard, not at all. This is about not allowing your emotions to make decisions for you. You can feel afraid and still act with courage. You can feel unmotivated and still show up. You can feel hurt and still respond with integrity. Area number 4, your focus. You see, in a world designed to distract you, every app, every notification, every screen is competing for your attention. You see, the ability to direct your focus deliberately is one of the most powerful forms of self-leadership you can develop. Let's look at area number 5, your growth. You see, self-leadership means taking responsibility for your own development, not waiting for someone else to teach you or push you or to create the right condition for you. No, you have to push yourself. You see, choosing to grow consistently and intentionally, regardless of your circumstances. Now, let's move on to something very important. Let's look at why most people never develop self-leadership. You see, here is the uncomfortable truth about self-leadership. Self-leadership is rare. It is hard. I say it again. It is hard. But it is not complicated. But genuinely, it is hard. Why? Because it requires you to do things when you don't feel like doing it or you feel like it. You have to do it. You see, to honor commitments when breaking them will be easier. To choose long-term growth over short-term comfort. Again and again in small moments that even when no one is looking or when no one is watching you. You see, we are in a culture that is obsessed with feeling good right now, just right now. You know, where comfort is always available and discomfort can always be avoided. You see, the discipline of self-leadership runs directly against the grain. And here is what I want you to understand. The moments of self-leadership that matter are never the big dramatic ones. They are small, quiet ones. You see, those moments, when repeated consistently over time, they build the kind of character that eventually becomes visible in leadership. You see, you do not become a leader the day you get the title. Not at all. That's not how it works. You become a leader in those small moments when you choose to lead yourself. You see, moments like, what can I say? Getting up when the alarm goes off instead of hitting the snooze, for the third time. Finishing the task you said you would finish instead of scrolling on the social media for another hour. Ouch, I had to hit myself. I'm guilty. Having the honest conversation that you have been avoiding. Talking about having honest and difficult conversation. Recently, I wrote a playbook to help leaders who dread having difficult conversations. There are a lot of people that dread having difficult conversations. You know exactly what needs to be said. And somehow, why does saying it always go wrong? Or you fidget, you are afraid to hold that difficult conversation. You see, most leaders, handle difficult conversations one of the two ways. Number one, they avoid, the difficult conversations until the problem festers. They avoid it. And number two, they finally address them. And when they address them, they say too much. And they say it too harshly, damaging trust that can easily rebuild. And these two methods neither protects your team nor protects your standard. And neither is leadership at all. So the book that I wrote, The Leader's Difficult Conversation Playbook, gives you a third way out, a third way, a repeatable 6-step framework for saying what needs to be said clearly, respectfully, and without losing control of the room. You see, the playbook is not just a book. It is a method I built around my S.E.C.U.R.E framework. And it walks you through every stage of hard conversation or difficult conversation. Whether you're a new manager having your first difficult conversation, or whether you're a team leader, tired of avoiding the same issue, or whether you're in the HR or a leader, coaching others through conflict. This playbook gives you the language, It gives you the structure. It gives you the confidence to lead conversations you used to dread. The link is right in the description. Okay, if you want to get it. Right, so let's crack on. I want to talk about the 4 practices that will help you to build self-leadership. Let me give you 4 of them, right away. They are concrete, practices. And you can start building your self-leadership this week. Okay, practice number 1, set a daily non-negotiable. Just one thing. One thing that you will do every day, every single day, regardless of how you feel. It does not have to be impressive. It just has to be consistent. Maybe 5 minutes of journaling or 10 minutes of reading or a short walk. You see, the specific activities matters less than the practice of keeping a commitment to yourself daily. Number 2 practice, make decisions from your values, not your feelings. Before your next significant decision, just pause and ask yourself, is this choice aligned with my values? Or is it driven by my fear? Or driven by my comfort? Or driven by someone else's approval? You see, that one question, when practiced consistently, develops a level of decision-making clarity that most people never achieve. Practice number 3, choose the gap between close the gap between saying and doing. You see, self-leadership erodes every time you say you will do something and then you fail to do it. So you have to close that gap. On the other hand, self-leadership builds every time you follow through. If you say you're going to do something, you go ahead and do it. And it helps you to build self-leadership muscle. So this week, make one commitment to yourself on something you know you will keep, and you keep it. Then after that, make another one. Small commitments honored consistently builds the muscle of self-leadership. This is far more effective than making large commitments broken repeatedly. Practice number 4, reflect at the end of each day. At the end of each day, ask yourself 2 questions. Every evening, without fail, ask yourself 2 questions. Question number 1, where did I lead myself well today? And question number 2, where did I give away self-leadership to my feelings, to my fears, or to other people's expectations? You see, that daily reflection is what turns experience into growth. Okay, so let's move on. Now I want to talk about self-leadership and influence. You see, here is the connection I want to make before we close. You see, in the FLOURISH framework, which I developed and teach, you see, in FLOURISH, L, which is the leadership is, where the L pillar comes second. FL, flourish. You see, the L, where comes right after the F, which is the foundation. And that order is intentional. You cannot build genuinely lasting influence over other people until you build genuine lasting influence over yourself. Think about leaders you encountered who lacked self-leadership, who said one thing and did another. Think about them, who, they led differently depending on who was in the room. I've met so many of such people, they made decisions based on fear or ego rather than values. Think about those people. Even if they had talent, even if they had charisma, even if they had impressive achievements, they couldn't be trusted because their leadership, of others was only as strong as the leadership of themselves. Okay. And now, think about the leaders you genuinely respected, the ones whose influence has lasted. Almost without exception, they had one thing in common. They led themselves first. They kept their word. They honored their commitments. They were the same person in every room. They don't just change, the same person in every room. Their private character and their public character, they match. That consistency is self-leadership made visible. And it is the most powerful foundation for influence that exists. You don't need a title to start building it. You just need to start. Just start today. In small, quiet moments where no one is watching except you. Okay, let me leave you with this. Leadership begins at home, not the home where you live. Leadership begins at home, inside you. You see, the private world of your choices, the private world of your commitments, the private world of your character and your consistency. Every great leader you have ever admired built something in private before it was ever visible in public. They led themselves in quiet, unglamorous, unseen moments long before anyone gave them a stage. So you can start now. You can start building something, the same quality right now. Not tomorrow. Not when you have the title or the platform or the right circumstances. No, start today in small decisions that only you will see. Okay, my friend, I want to ask you to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you got something from it. And I want to invite you to watch other videos that are coming up on the screen right now. So in the next video, the final one in this first series, we will bring together everything, everything together. We talked about what it really means to build a life of lasting impact and significance. And I will see you there, my friend. I'll see you there. Bye for now.